back to the roast Mortem. How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? How are your hearts? And of course, how are your heads? Guys, what's going on? Oh, I want to become President of Ireland. Please write about me.
Here we go.
No, I'm done. I'm fucking done. It has to stop. Let's look to America and learn. Let's look to Britain and learn. Let's, for the love of God, learn. Joanna Donnelly.
Yes.
Former meteorologist. Okay? Yeah. Who said that she spent the last 20 years earning the trust of Irish people as a weather person, right? Because famously, the Irish weather, of course, is the most reliable thing of the last 2 decades. And as a result, has decided to put her hand up in order to try and get a nomination to run for president.
Very interesting.
Let's call this for what it is.
Not one I expected, I have to say.
Let's call it, and this is not a particular slight or slant against Joanna Donnelly, okay? But we have to stop this. Just because somebody wants attention doesn't mean we need to give it to them.
I agree.
People wonder why American politics is a fucking circus. Because we give attention to the clowns.
Yeah.
It's complete and utter insanity. Don't give it any column inches. I think in a very childlike way, and we're seeing it, firstly, we're all doomed. Let's just accept that. We're all doomed. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen,
good to know.
We're done here. It's finished. This whole existence and pursuing a functional, wider society, it's over. It's done. We're gone. Okay? We're coming to the end of a cycle. It's all going to implode very soon. Part of that is the culture of attention seeking. And by the way, I say that knowing that I'm at the epicenter. Do you know what I mean?
You're the eye of the storm.
I am in the nucleus. I am in Chernobyl. I'm the first guy to look into the reactor and get a face flushed, the heat
look
face.
At me.
No. Do you know what I mean? I am well and truly in that. I am drowning in the ocean of despair that is seeking attention and trying to monetize it. So I get that. Okay. However, there are certain things that it's whenever this traffic, of sort of fame pursuits, right? Mm-hmm. When the cars from that traffic lane spill into the lanes of adulthood, this analogy is poor. I'm going to toss it off here. Brilliant. I'm just going to give a hand job to my own words. Ooh, language.
Stop wanking, Mark.
Ooh. You're running for presidency. Mm-hmm. This is a seat that is not. This is not a TikTok challenge. But we are existing in an era now where anybody does anything on the internet, they see that they get a bit of attention and they just keep doing it.
Yes.
Like controversial people, I don't believe actually hold the controversial beliefs. Nigel Farage is a great example. He didn't actually fucking want Brexit. He's just like a toddler who gets a reaction when he does the thing, so he keeps doing the thing.
Yeah.
And we are all doomed. And the phones have fucked us. They've all completely destroyed us. I have a moment at least once a day where I'm mindlessly scrolling through my phone and I get this like existential shiver from my spine to the nub of my willy, and I'm just like, what am I? I'm a ghost of man. I'm a ghoul of culture. I used to be a creator of culture, and now I'm just a consumer of slop. I am meaningless. It's all meaningless. Do you never get that over Tuesday?
Just sitting in the office, have a meltdown. I do. No, I really do.
You're scrolling and you can feel the misanthropy pulse throughout your entire body. I'm like, hate them, hate him, hate me, hate this, hate that. What is wrong? And we're platforming. I'm just going to read out this for a second. The Irish Times, because I'm not a reputable news source. I'm a recovering alcoholic with a grandiosity and delusions of grandeur and ADHD and all the other, any other letter and whatever you're having yourself. Am I right? They give a letter for everything these days. Yeah, you're a racist. So just, nevertheless, former RTE meteorologist Joanna Donnelly to seek nomination for presidency. Okay, good stuff. Former Met Éireann and RTE meteorologist Joanna Donnelly has written to all 31 councils in the state seeking support to secure a nomination in the upcoming presidential election. Miss Donnelly said on Tuesday that she had made the decision to seek a nomination after quite a number of friends and others had suggested it to her. No, they didn't. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the presidential equivalent of, since loads of you have been asking about a dress on Instagram.
I've gotten so many comments.
Sorry, I can't reply to all the DMs. Do you know what I mean? She said at first she thought it was an insane idea. There you go, full stop. End of story.
Yeah.
It is an insane idea. It is absolutely
You're a weather person.
It is a preposterous idea. We're all up for switching lanes and being a vehicle of change in this life, but this is not an idea that one has at 8 p.m. and goes, I think I should run the country. The Taoiseach runs the country. I know, let's not get bogged down in the politics of Ireland, okay?
Yes.
Nevertheless, at first she thought it was an insane idea. That would have been the correct. Go with your gut.
Can I also just stop there? Just because someone suggests something to you at lunch, even if it did happen, doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do.
People suggest me to go sea swimming 4 times a week and I ignore them. I didn't do that much cocaine. Do you know what I mean? I do not. But after reflection, she had come to the conclusion that it was something that could be pursued. Anything could be pursued. Do you know what I mean? I could sign up for an Ironman today. I've got fucking arthritis. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Earlier this year, Miss Donnelly announced that she would no longer be preparing and presenting weather forecasts on RTE. Oh, but she's going to cast her shadow over on Horus. Do you like that?
I like
That's
that.
not bad now.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason why we'd vote or get a nomination is for the puns in the articles.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A drizzly spell and all the rest.
A ray of sunlight?
Yeah, I mean, researching role in the newspaper, maybe. Leave the headlines to me. I'm sort of I'm Mark Ruffalo in Zodiac. Do you know what I mean? I'm Robert Redford post sobriety.
And you're talking about other people's delusions of grandeur.
Okay, let's just... You suggested me and you do a high rock this week, legitimately off air, so...
Yeah.
We'll discuss that later. She also left Met Éireann citing chronic stress, fair enough. I started to think about what I could hope to do with the rest of my life. Because obviously my career is changing now. So obviously the president. This is the world that we live in now. Oh yeah, fuck. And now that I've retired after 20 years, what could I do? Highest seat in the land. Yeah, highest seat in the land. Could get into journaling or book clubs. No. Become the president. The things that I really like to do, want to continue to do, blah, blah, blah. After my 20 years in the role, I built a relationship of trust with the public and I think I'm well placed to lead and to guide on that topic of climate change. And fair enough. What I will say is this. This is somebody who didn't make it through to the quarterfinals of Dancing with the Stars. She didn't receive enough votes to beat one of the boys from Mrs. Brown's boys doing the worm to Gangnam style in a morph suit. Yet she thinks she deserves the support. She thinks she'll have the support of a nation. It's preposterous. I just despair at the idea of anybody who wants attention now is just giving it. And I know, I am wanting attention. I make a living off demanding and requesting and seeking and pursuing and whatever attention. But Jesus Christ, we have evidence in the UK and the US that platforming anybody who wants to come out and make a cartoon of themselves is not the right way to proceed.
Totally agree. We've also just gotten far too comfortable with people going for public office as if it's a park run. I'll have a go, see how I get on.
This is it.
You're running a country.
Well, it can't be as bad as that, people. No, you could be.
You could be so much worse.
It's like what Paula Radcliffe shot herself during a marathon, right? I could easily go, geez, it couldn't be as bad as that. No, you'd be 20 times worse, Mark. You'd get to 100 metres and you'd be back in the fags. You'd get to 200, you'd be ordering a bag. You get to 300, you'd be calling your dad. Do you know what I mean? It would just be, welcome back to the weekly roast. I mean, fuck, the roast Mortem. Oliver. Okay, my friends, enough of that. Enough of that presidential snobbery by Mark Meighan, who sort of neglected the state after not winning the Gashko Award when he was fourth. He failed his ECDL and went, fuck you, Ireland.
I'm taking my future.
I'm off to Brighton with my Countess Miarkovic poster. Weird pronunciation. Nevertheless.
Weird poster.
Last night, I received a DM, which went a little bit like this. Okay. So everybody needs to breathe because this is a delicate situation. Hi, Mark. My husband's sister wants us to chip in €1,000 each for her husband to get some fancy watch instead of us paying for him to have a 40th. I am flat out refusing, and as a result, she is bad-mouthing us to mutual friends in town, saying we are greedy pigs, as we've been on 2 holidays this year. don't know if you'd call it a roast, but tell me if I'm not going mad for not paying for her husband to get a feckin' watch.
Interesting.
Thoughts? I mean, completely ludicrous.
Completely ludicrous. But I do feel with situations like this, there is often a precedent set previously.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you definitely understand tenses, but I suppose... Dickhead.
what do you think, Michael?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Asking for the opinion and then shooing it away is just...
No, on a standalone incident, crazy. But like, I feel like there's so much politics around family presence and all that shit.
There's always a history. Family is complicated,
Yes.
right? And I basically got this message. We put it out on Instagram. The world went wild, okay? And people were... Somebody said she wants to kick the shite out of the sister-in-law, which is just an inappropriate response to most emotions over the age of 6.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So let's rein in the sort of physical element. But this sister-in-law was thrown on the bus and people were like, release her details, she's a scumbag, blah, blah, blah. How could you ever? And to be fair, absolutely, in isolation, expecting anyone to spend €1,000 on a birthday gift for your spouse is just preposterous.
Crazy.
By the way, it sort of says in lieu of like a birthday party. Why were you paying for his birthday party anyway?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Bam Bams or like this. Where do kids go these days?
I don't know.
Do you remember Bam Bams?
Leisureplex is gone.
Leisureplex is gone. Bam Bams, is that still there? Pompeii Paint. Do you remember Bam Bams?
Yeah.
Fun Factory, Saucers.
Fitzone, Sandyford, big up. That was a
Uncle
great
Shed.
spot.
Sorry? No, stop that. That's only that.
Dave,
Okay.
back.
In the room. Stay in the room. So I put that up on Instagram. People went wild. That's all grand. Everybody had opinions. Fine. Life seemed relatively simple. We were all just judging this sister. Or, the brother's sister.
Yes.
All of a sudden, I then get this. Mark, I know this couple. You've been given the wrong end of the shtick. I will DM you, Jane.
Oh.
So, enter Jane.
Let's go, Jane.
Obviously, I now was like, as they'd say, what was that one they said a few weeks ago? Someone fizzing at the slit. It's just... It's the worst collection of words in the English language of all time. Nevertheless, I just also think with regards to
No, come on, say it.
Joanna Donnelly, like, she crumbled when Brian Redmond was interrogating her about the cha-cha-cha. How is she going to negotiate Netanyahu? Do you know what I mean? How's that going to go? Send her over to...
She could do a rumba.
At the G8 summit. Oh, well, I suppose the Ukrainian... Anyway.
Okay. Very good.
Stay in the room.
Yeah.
So,
Jane.
I then get on to Jane.
Yes.
And I'm like, what's the story? Are you comfortable talking about this? She's like, oh, I'm sure you've already heard. And I was like, no. She was like, but you're from South Dublin. I was like, well, yeah, but we don't all know each other. There's not. But sorry, she was like, it's doing the rounds on WhatsApp.
Yeah, but like...
But she obviously thinks, and I do think that this is a perception of anybody from South Dublin or who has the accent that I do.
Yeah.
Well, like, they're automatically like, dickhead. They wouldn't be totally wrong.
Yeah.
But then there's also like, they all just know each other. They all just like the Laurens and the Sophies and the Lucas, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all just mates. So this is apparently going around WhatsApp groups because she has had a major falling out with the sister-in-law.
Okay.
And they both have their own version of the story.
It's divided a nation.
It's divided Dalkey by the sounds of things. So I then get on the phone. I'm like, can we chat? I want to verify that this isn't complete spoof. Mm-hmm. So I get on the Zoom and her husband's there. He's very quiet. He's like, I don't want to be involved.
Okay.
Because, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not his thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I tried to talk about the watch, but that's just irrelevant. Sorry, it goes out saying they clearly are like a high income family.
Sure.
Given the nature of €1,000 on gifts.
1,000 each.
1,000 each is fucking mental.
Yeah.
That's, well, look, each to their own, but that seems like an extremely...
It's not a standard amount of money that people would be even grouping together.
By any standards, I think the most, we did €100 each for like one of our friends for like a really big event, and it was like and it was also during COVID, so it was like, what can we, spend money on? I found a few other things. But anyway, so I speak to him. She's, what I'm always amazed by, really normal. Like, people always have this idea that the Instagram contributors are like complete and utter loons.
Yeah.
honestly very, very normal people.
Together, coherent, yeah.
So I had a Zoom and I got the ins and outs. To say my jaw hit the floor would be an understatement.
Okay.
I didn't record the Zoom, of course, for they weren't comfortable with that. I then got her to send me everything. Okay. So I think we might have to split this up into parts, but without any further ado, okay, I bring to you part 1 and part 2 of Jane's situation.
Okay.
So basically, Jane has a... excuse me. Mm-hmm. Jane is the sister-in-law.
Okay.
That's the mic drop, of course.
Yeah.
Jane said, I know this couple. She is the person that was asking for the €1,000.
Okay.
And her brother is married to the girl that messaged me.
Right. Okay.
So the woman that messaged me first, who I'm also in touch with and is aware of this podcast and is like strangely defiant about it. She's like, let her tell her story because it's all bullshit.
Wow.
But okay, I'll say is we've got everybody's consent. They're open and interested, and that's all I'll say on that.
Okay.
We have not changed any of the names for this one because they want to use their actual names.
Which is wild.
This is just, as I say, what the whole if this episode does have a meaning, attention. If you like the podcast, message me on Instagram at Megan Mark, and don't forget to rate, follow, subscribe to the podcast so it shows up every single week. Guys, it's a pleasure being with you. Oh my God, sorry, I can't believe I've forgotten. I've got some unbelievable news.
Oh, Jesus.
We spoke to MCD yesterday.
Okay.
They're getting an additional row put into Galway.
Oh, amazing.
So basically, I didn't realise, but Galway, it's tiered seating, but they have production seats that they can release.
Okay.
So it looks like there's going to be some extra tickets released for Galway, I think towards the end of this week. Please spread the word, but also this is it. For 2025, this is it. Cork sold out, Galway sold out, Dublin sold out. This is your last chance to see the Loons live in the flesh. There is talk of a labour machine. We have contributions that will honestly blow your bloody brains wide open. If you want to be in the same room as me as I dismantle the Loons, for better or for worse, this one's for you. Production seats to Galway will be released by the end of this week. You know what to do, whether you're from Sligo, whether you're from Clare, whether you're from Mayo, whether you're from Galway, wherever. Let's make it happen. It's going to be, by the way, it's going to actually be the biggest show of my life. Black Box.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Galway. Mystery Mix coming. Darren's coming. She's not coming on. Oh, we might bring it. No, we won't.
No.
Okay, sorry, let's go. Let's go and let's go.
Hi, Mark. Where do I even begin? I'd like to start by saying we both read your book last year and really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I'd say, it benefited a lot of people in this neck of the woods, so well done to you. I will admit we aren't big on podcasts in this house, but the roast is on every chance we do get. So I'll certainly be tuning in this week. I'm sure some of this has become obvious if you had any dealings with her, but my brother's wife, Carrie, is a complete nuisance, plain and simple. I won't mince my words here. And the story is already going around some WhatsApp groups, so I'm sure some of your South Dublin listeners will already know what's been going on. To start, I just like to say that I know your listeners probably think I'm, Miss Moneybags, and I have no shame admitting that myself, my husband, work extremely hard, but as I explained to you last night on Zoom, I want to make it very clear, my brother's wife has told you a very, very different version of the events to what actually happened.
Okay.
Her interpretation of the 40th birthday situation, much like her understanding of adulthood, doesn't bear any resemblance to the truth. She's a greedy pig, to be honest. Not me or my husband. We aren't the pigs here. I did not just randomly ask them to chip in €1,000 each for a present for my husband. She's a shit-stirring pig, and this is a childish shite we all have to put up with on a monthly basis for years now. Donkey bastard.
Okay, sorry. Donkey bastard is not the South Dublin lexicon I'm familiar with. Is that a Gen Z thing? You fucking donkey bastard. What is she? Is she a Cornwallian sheep farmer? Oi, Shep, what have you been doing there? Oh man, with your donkey bastard. No?
A lot
of swine related stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
pig,
animal
a lot of
references.
farmyards, barnyards. Okay, so she's definitely from South Dublin.
Yes. A lot of venom. Like a lot,
of anger there.
Yeah.
Good words about great sense of literature.
Yes.
She appreciates good reading. So she is an intellect. Such a tool. I'm sorry. Good taste in podcast, comedy. So, okay. Basically, shots have been fired. She believes this is very angry.
I feel with the intro alone, there's a lot of history here. There's obviously this isn't a once off.
No, okay.
These people don't like each other.
These people definitely don't like each other, but I'm amazed that they're happy to.
It's so brazen.
But they're so I would have thought that the Irish way is just don't talk about disagreements.
Yeah.
But maybe this is a new Ireland. Maybe, just maybe. This is an Ireland brought to you by a former meteorologist. Sort of a mix between Wogan and Michael Caine. I now present to you. No, it's so... Michael, Al Pacino. Oh, son of a woman. Oh, I'm giving you pearls, Charlie. To my... No, that's walking. Lieutenant Slay. Lieutenant Frank Dam. Lieutenant Frank Slay. Oh, I'm giving you pearls, Charlie. Oh, I'm only getting warmed up. Great movie. The coffee is hit.
Great impression.
Thank you. You know me. Yeah. I'm a man of many accents. Okay, I want to go. Next one. Hit the press the play button like you're on an MP3 player.
If you want to know the real truth, this all started in 2018 when we first lent her €9,000 for her to go to Thailand.
$9,000
to become a yoga teacher.
Good luck.
I mean, have you ever heard the likes of this shit? She was flat out broke, and my brother was only starting out as a teacher. She sort of guilted us into it, but I thought, feck it. The brother seems happy with her long term. And in a moment of madness, just assumed it would, obviously come back around. At the time, she had a degree in economics and was due to be, walking into a good job in her cousins whenever she returned from Thailand. We then obviously would soon learn that was all a big act, and her ladyship has no intention of ever getting the job. So she fucks off to Thailand anyway, while her boyfriend, my brother at the time, stayed at home working as a teacher. She then goes on to, go on the tear for 2 months, only rings him, 3 times or something before eventually coming home. New hair, hippie clothes, the works, saying it wasn't for her, but no mention of the rest of the cash. So she then lived in our apartment rent-free.
Pause. Okay, sorry, we need to slow this down for a second. So she lent the sister,
lent her.
This sister-in-law lent her brother's then girlfriend $9,000 to go to Thailand to become a yogi.
That is a yogi.
That's what they're called.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, you learned something new. Wow.
Yogi,
okay.
I'm giving you pulls, Charlie. Okay, so $9,000 isn't a lot of money.
That's a car or a deposit. That's huge.
How much money? Okay, so Jane is clearly in the green.
Yeah.
In a massive sense. To be giving your brother's girlfriend $9,000 to go and become a yogi. So she goes over to become a yogi bear, gets yogi scared, and comes home without a euro spare.
Oh.
Yeah. So, wearing those stupid Thailand elephant flares.
Oh. With the dreads, she's
with
in
the dreads.
yogi wear.
So very good.
Thank you.
Reader beware. On a wink and a spiritual prayer.
Oh.
Pubes. No, okay. So she's obviously, I would say that's somebody who's, even to be comfortable taking $9,000 from someone, to go on a jolly up basically is. Sorry, she said she goes up. She was only there for 2 months. Didn't call the brother more than 3 times. That's shots fired. Every relationship is different, and I'm in no position to comment on what an ideal relationship is, or the perfect way to conduct yourself within a relationship. But two or 3 times over 3 months seems like a very little amount of time.
Yeah, I also feel like you could become a yogi.
Maybe she needs the bloody watch.
Oh,
am I right?
Oh, brilliant.
Time for you to Shut up. Okay, so let's just keep going because we've got a lot to get through.
Okay, we'll carry on.
So then she gets back from Thailand, and now she then says that she moved into their their apartment in 2019. 2019. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
I know, from 2019 until 2023, the end of 2023, lecturing us on why we need to get out of the rat race and live more exciting lives. Even though it was our boring job that we're paying the rent. Now, I will say that my brother's quiet. You know, he's quiet as a mouse and you won't even know he's there. But living with her is like sneaking a fucking silverback into your room.
Okay.
You know,
another animal.
Pubes in the shower.
Oh.
Excuse me now. The kitchen and like even the living room. Genuinely. She was constantly scrounging and helping herself to food in the fridge, would borrow my socks, and one morning I saw her using my husband's t-shirt as a nightie.
Oh.
Like, a fucking gorilla wouldn't act the same way.
No.
You
the gorilla
think
thing.
that I'm behaving, you know, ungenerously, but last year is when everything changed.
Okay, so the gorilla stuff is crazy.
There's a lot of animals going on.
This is Attenborough levels of like fucking Jane Goodall. Do you know what I mean? The gorilla reference, that's a huge reference.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, let's go. Like, that is... Okay, so
that's shocking.
The person seems like a nightmare. Living rent-free in an apartment from 2019 to 2023. That's like, how much rent is that? If you're paying, like, what's the going rate now? Probably 850 quid for a single room
minimum.
At best,
yeah,
right?
Minimum.
Multiply that by 12 plus bills. 12 G's multiplied by 4, 48. You're looking at 48 swidgos.
Quick maths.
It's me using terms like swidgos as to why the haters will always hate. You know, you wonder why sometimes, why do I have so many haters? Then you go, well, Mark, you come on a podcast with the most pompous accent, dérangement turn of phrase in the world, and then you come out with phrases like swidgos. That's why there's haters. Let them hate, baby. Okay, so yeah, seems like a nightmare.
We have to comment as well. Like, you're borrowing $9,000 off somebody and then...
Not mentioning it. What?
But then also lecturing them on getting out of the rat race.
Oh, no, sorry. There's a person, and I'm not going to name this person because, again, I don't want to direct attention towards these people that are just craving it. He calls himself like an Eat, Pray, Lovies type spoofer. No. He puts up about 5 reels a week on his Instagram that he then deletes if they don't get enough likes, right? But the reels are all telling everybody else how stupid we are for being in conventional society and we should all actually be doing ayahuasca and all the rest. Yet he's then, oh my God, he's commercialising that bullshit spoof. Although, and I literally swear to God, he's paid for sponsored posts to go around. It's like, look at you. Fucking scrolling there. It's like, yeah, look at me. Look at you giving your credit card details to Meta to try and generate following on social media inorganically. You absolute don't know where I'm going with this. The energy's spiking now. Let's keep going because I'm going to crash. There's a crash on the way, baby. I don't believe it.
She inherited €250,000 from this aunt she has that didn't have kids.
Oh, wow.
And
fuck me.
Wait for it. She insists on not touching that because it's her quote unquote rainy day fund.
No.
Even though she's now in her mid 30s and refusing to work, but living off of us and her own husband. She's auditioned for like 15 reality shows in the UK.
Good luck.
But
there we go.
obviously got turned down from all of them. Has set up about 20 different Instagram pages trying to go viral. You know, this kind of thing. Anything but get a normal job. Then the wedding last year, they got married and it was easily the priciest wedding we've ever seen. I just thought finally she was going to, you know, dip into her savings. Turns out she got her parents to pay for the whole thing. And then my brother covered whatever they wouldn't. Then over, you know, the last few months, I suggested she pay us back a little now that she has the money. She probably owes us, genuinely, I'd say 30k at this stage.
50, I'd say.
But she'll always say, that's what family's for.
No.
I was hardly that much of a burden, you know. Didn't we have a good laugh on the balcony smoking fags? Like, sorry. And because COVID obviously was a hard time, she'd say things like, but sure, we laughed our way through lockdown, didn't we? I was the one buying the wine all the time. Like this especially annoys me because the odd bottle of wine is not the same as paying €1,200 rent, which we could have gotten for the room if we had let some random freak in.
Okay.
Anyway, last year she bought herself a car out of the 250k along with the cooker for their home. You know, there's like hot taps.
Cooker things.
Long story short, it was
Great.
my brother's
Are they?
35th birthday 2 years ago, and we all chipped in 1,000 for them to go on a trip to Barcelona, etc.
Bingo.
There it is.
This is where they got engaged. She insisted we do something similar for my husband's 40th, which, you know, I said, okay, why not? Lo and behold, as soon as the time comes to pay the 1,000, she's discovered a reason not to put it in. Like, you couldn't make this up. Like, I'll leave it up to you to decide what you make of all of it. And also, sorry, by the way, she sent this around to people already and knows I'm coming on the podcast, and she's standing her ground, and I will too.
Oh my God.
Speechless, honestly.
An immediate and instant nod to the South Dublin referring to anybody that's different as a random freak. Yeah, like, I suppose better than her than getting some random freak. Why are they a freak? Just assuming anybody that's different to you is a freak. Okay. If this is true,
Okay.
I'm on Jane's side. Team Jane all the way.
Oh, without question.
They've been taken for a ride. Enough is enough.
Without question. But I think this is the, like...
And
Yeah, please, sorry.
no, so, well, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry for a lot, Michael. I'm sorry for the relentless put-downs. I'm sorry for the constant wisecracks. I'm sorry for the acerbic wit interfering with my love for you as a friend. I'm sorry for not acknowledging on the mic just how invaluable you are to this whole entire operation. You won't be remunerated appropriately, but I will be your friend. And that, my friend, is what I'll be writing my second book about. Back in the South. On y va. Okay. Oh, fuck, where was I?
Sorry, I interrupted there.
No, I interrupted you.
We're Team Jane.
There is no limit, right? And this is, I keep saying this, myself and Darren always have these conversations. If there's any, conflict, not between ourselves, but if there's other people in your life, and we've spoken about this in the podcast, if you're dealing with an insane person, the limitations of where they will go to is infinite. There are no limitations, right? Yes. So similarly, I believe with scroungers and with misers and with tight people, they will keep going to the end. They will go forever. They are truly the internal logistical jiu-jitsu that they have a black belt in will always let them be ruled by the tyrannic rule of lust.
Completely.
You know, they will be marching under a dictatorship of desire until the day that they die. Wow. Not bad off the top of the head.
Wow.
You know? So basically what I'm saying is she will keep fucking fleecing them forever until you literally say, no, it's over. And you tough love it or whatever you want to call it and go, gone. The fucking tap is done.
Yeah. And then we'll be shocked when you eventually draw that line.
Exactly. Oh, it'll be the greatest wound of all time.
Yeah.
How dare you? How could you possibly? That's. I feel like there's like the narcissistic stuff at play there as well.
Totally.
You know, not to be acting like I've any sort of prowess or like real intellectual, I suppose, foundations to my diagnosis procedure here. But she's a full fucking loon.
Yes.
She's a mentalist.
Stage 5.
Sorry, is it true that Dundrum Mental Hospital is shut down?
Yes.
So what's it now?
It's an IPAS centre. What's
that?
It's where like refugees and asylums.
Why are you laughing? Ooh. All right, Garen. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so where are we leaving this? Because we're going to have to do a part 2, and dare I say it, we're going to have to get Kerry on.
Yes,
I have to speak to Kerry, and I would potentially like to speak to somebody else. What do the husbands like? I spoke to. I'm not going to say his name because he wasn't involved in terms of wanting to be on the recorded. I spoke to Jane's husband, and he was very fine about this conflict, which I find bamboozling.
He's in a very difficult spot though, because there's a level of guilt because he's involved in the conflict, but also he just
wants a rollie.
Yeah.
He's hitting 40 and he's like, let's get a motorcycle, get me a rollie.
Yeah. And he's just dealing with loons left, right and centre.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
The roast Mortem. Let me know your thoughts. Comment below wherever you're listening to this what you think we should do. I think, could we get them both on at once, or is that just too mental?
no,
I don't want to veer into Jeremy Kyle territory, but next week we'll be having someone on who shagged us. You know what I mean? No, but I don't want to get into that sort of territory.
I would be really interested to hear Kerry's perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's necessary.
Okay, well listen, thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Mark.
As always, you are a ray of light in the cavern of darkness that was creating comedy in my life before your presence. You were the rope and the bucket of water down to the bottom of the well that I clung onto, and then you lifted me up and we made out.
I said we wouldn't share that.
Yeah, it's time to go. Okay.
See you later.
Peace.